So, how is everybody? Cool. Cool. Who's excited to be back? Really? Okay. Yeah, you're still excited from before for the same reason. I'm still moving a little slowly after thoroughly enjoying my vacation. So, this is Management 3450, Small Business Management. It's the first time, well, this is the second time after about an hour ago that I've taught a Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. So the rhythm may be a little bit odd at first because I'm not accustomed to cutting things off at 50 minutes, but I've organized the syllabus in weeks rather than days, and we'll just kind of shoot for getting the topics that we want to get done each week, regardless of which day we go over them. So let me, oh look, there appears to be no Firefox. There we go. Been a while since I've used Internet Explorer. Sure, why not? Before I forget, I've got a list of everybody's email addresses here. Please find yours and make sure it's correct. It's your CSUB email, so I know some of you use an alternate email. If you use an alternate email, just scratch out the one that's there and write your correct email address, please. Yeah, you can just put an initial or whatever. So I used to take attendance in this class. I've decided to chuck that this semester, so no need to sign the list of being here. I'm not going to do attendance this semester. That doesn't mean that I don't want you to come. It just means basically that there's a lot of effort involved in recording who's here and then recording it in your grades each time, and I've decided to take that inefficient piece of the puzzle out. Seriously? Okay, so we've got 3 topics to go over. Actually, that works pretty well. One each day. So we got 3 topics. Oh, that's why. Okay, I think I'll work backwards in the goals for the class today and start with the schedules. So basically, I've got I've got 2 lectures that I want to go over this week, kind of on small business management and entrepreneurship at the big picture level. And then today, the goal for today's class is to basically go over the syllabus and the expectations. So next week, I asked you all to send me professional development plans and LinkedIn profiles. Next week, we'll talk about what I want you to do with those over the course of the semester. After that, we'll have a week talking a bit about project management and what I expect from your guys' projects. This class is heavily focused on implementation projects, so I'll talk a little bit more about that over the course of today. But 2 weeks from today, we're going to talk a bit about project management and how I want you to run your projects the rest of the semester. And you're going to be split up into teams of no less than 2 and no more than 7 group members working on small business implementation projects. And in the past, I provided a good deal more hand-holding and trailblazing in that regard than I'm going to this semester. I'm really going to push a lot of the ownership of these projects down to you guys. And I'll talk more about that in a second. Basically, once we've determined the project teams and what the projects will be, we'll have basically there's about 8 different major topic areas that I think are the toolbox that every small business manager should have. And we'll do those one per week for about 8 weeks. Once we are done with those 8 skill sets, that brings us pretty much to Cesar Chavez Day, which will be a holiday. We won't be here on Friday. And then I've got things pretty open for the last 6 weeks of the semester. I'm going to have some guest speakers come in and talk with us. We'll spend some time hands-on working on your projects. We'll spend some time reviewing what I want you to do for the various components of your grade. And then we'll have kind of a course wrap-up session, the last class. Any questions about the calendar and how that's going to roll? Okay. Grade-wise, there's just 4 components of your grade. 125 points for your professional image development, which is basically your LinkedIn profile and edits that I want you to make to it. 125 points for guest speakers and networking outreach. So that's going to be some homework assignments that I give you, both questions that I want you to put together for our guest speakers, as well as homework assignments for your professional development plan. So I'm going to, based on where you want to go with your career, I'm going to give you some assignments to do, and if you do them, you get the 125 points. 250 points is a test of whether you've learned the main concepts that I wanted you to learn in these 8 different toolbox areas. That's 250 points, and then your project is half of your grade, 500 points. And the projects, actually all of this, in the past I have largely given out a list of instructions for what I want you to do, and then a list of grades that go along with those instructions. I've changed my grading paradigm this semester. It's going to be a subjective curve. So there'll be a certain number of A's, a certain number of B's, and a certain number of C's. And that's different than the way I've done things in the past. But for a number of reasons, I've decided to switch to that paradigm this semester. So it's going to be a little bit different for you guys that had me in the past. It's a little bit different grading than what I did in the past. 250 points for your professional development plan. So I'm going to, based on where you want to go with your career, I'm going to give you some assignments to do, and if you do them, you get the 125 points. 250 points is a test of whether you've learned the main concepts that I wanted you to learn in these 8 different toolbox areas. And the projects, actually all of this, if you do what I ask you to do in this class, you don't get any worse than a C. There's no reason to get a D or an F in here. But there will be a spread of A's, B's, and C's. Questions about that? Okay. Let me talk about your implementation projects a bit. Well, first of all, hey, how's it going? Let me talk a little bit about the points assigned to these things. I said that things are on a curve. Most of them are on a curve. 25 points. If you sent me a LinkedIn contact request, you get 25 points already. So that's just in there. And for those of you who haven't done it, please do that ASAP, and you get 25 points. If you sent me your professional development plan, you get 10 points for that, and that is the same for everyone in here. 50 points are going to be questions for our guest speakers. If you do them, you get the points. That's not on a subjective curve. The edits, the 65 points of edits will be on that curve, and the 100 points on edits to your LinkedIn profile will be on a curve. The test will be on a curve. The implementation project will be on a curve. Questions? Okay. That's all of that. Let's talk a bit about your implementation projects. So, I have some implementation projects that I already have in mind that you guys might want to work on. I will present a list of those to you either tomorrow or Friday. You are welcome to choose from those projects or find your own. But it is your responsibility to find a project, whether it's one of the projects that I propose or it's a project that you found on your own. But it's your responsibility to find a project client. So basically, I want you to find a small business in the community here that you want to do a project for. So it could be your own business, could be a business that you work for already, could be a business that you're a customer of, could be your family's business. Could be a business that you just really like, but it's your responsibility to form a group, go out, and identify the business you're going to work on. So, Omar, I imagine I know what you're going to be working on already, the venture that you've been working on last semester. So, if you have your own venture idea, you're welcome to work on your own business idea. But I need you to pick what project you're going to do. And what business that is associated with, and form a group. That, like I said, that group should have. There are no one-person groups. A group has to have at least 2 people. And I've had really big groups in the past, and I found that they're a little bit unwieldy. So I don't want any more than 7 people in a group. But that being said, you guys it's on you to find businesses to do projects for. And like I said, I have a short list of some that I already know of that are available that I will describe to you later this week. Once you've chosen your project, you need to maintain weekly contact with your project client. If the project client is you and it's your own business, then I want a weekly update on what's the next step, what has been done, what has been accomplished. You need to build a website for the project. If the business already has a website, then I want you to build a website in parallel with the existing website. It could be an extension to the existing web page, could be additional pages. It could simply be a summary website that's done specifically for this class. But there's a web development component to each of the projects. each of you need to identify and interview at least one expert advice contact for the project. That's basically somebody who's been there and done that in the industry that you want to go into or that your project is in. And those contacts need to be approved by me. So you are welcome to find your own expert advice contact. We're going to talk about LinkedIn here in a little while, and LinkedIn is a great resource for networking and finding contacts. So I have a pretty large contact network myself. You're welcome to mine that to find the appropriate contacts, and I can introduce you to them, or you're welcome to find them yourself. But you need to find and interview at least one expert advice contact for the project. You're also going to need to identify and interview at least 3 potential customers for the project. And those potential customers need to be approved by me as well. So we'll get into that in successive class sessions, but it all depends. Who qualifies as a legitimate customer all depends on what your business is and what the goals of the project are. So that will be approved by me, and you need to do at least 3 of those. You're going to need to identify and profile at least 3 competitors for your product and service. And again, I will approve whether a competitor is really a competitor or not. You need to develop an industry analysis for your project. You're going to need to do a budget and financial projections, which include cost estimates that are based in reality. For those of you who have taken my entrepreneurship class before, I kind of let you off the hook easy on cost estimates. I just wanted some basic revenue estimates, and I wanted to see that you had a realistic expectation of your profit margin, and you didn't think all the sales and revenues were going to be pure profits. That's not going to cut it in this class. Like I need realistic cost estimates for your budgets based on where and how you can actually acquire the things that you need for your business. You're going to need to do an elevator pitch and an executive summary, and you're going to need to do other tasks as defined by me. So the projects are a big part of this class. I will go over a list, like I said, of some of them that I have already tomorrow or Friday, and you are welcome to identify your own projects as well. But if you don't pick one of the ones that I suggested, you need to find one by the end of the 3rd week of this class. Make sense? It's only about 20 after. But if I split this class up into 3 things that we wanted to get done this week, that was the first thing already. So who has questions about the syllabus, the projects, anything else that I've gone over today? Omar, yes.
I'm still a little confused about you said curve grading, and like there's a certain amount of A's, B's, and C's. Like, are you saying you're going to give everybody a score first and then just say, okay, the first 10 people get A's, the next 20 people get B's, kind of thing, or?
Basically, yes, but I haven't decided the exact scale yet.
Okay.
I will get back to you with the scale. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Other questions? Yes.
So you mentioned something about the website as well.
Uh-huh.
Are you providing us kind of guidelines to, because you need like a domain, you need a hosting site, so are you giving us certain guidelines?
Yes. We're going to use, I like to use a web development service called Wix. So with Wix, you can develop everything for free. You don't have to pay for a domain or anything. Obviously, depending on how serious the venture is, the owner of the venture, be it you or someone else, may want to pay to have a domain name that is proprietary. But everything you need to do for this class, you can do for free. And I will teach you what you need to do. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Other questions? Well, in that case, it's a little early, but does anybody have a problem with getting out early?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Make sure to give me that list of email addresses. Yes.
Can I switch my class to that's fine. See other classes.
Another version of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can come tonight instead if you want.
Sounds good. Because my classes.
Thank you.
They start,
Hi. Hey, Aziz, how are you? Sorry, hang on one second.
all of my classes start. That means good for me.
Yeah, come to the 5 o'clock. That's fine.
Okay. Sounds good.
Just bring an ad slip with you and a drop slip so I can
Okay.
sign the papers. Faisal, hang on.
Okay.
Aziz, what's
I
up?
already went to this class, but is it possible to add the management 4000 class?
Sure. Which one?
Monday, Wednesday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or the Monday, Wednesday?
No, Monday, Wednesday. Not small business. I mean management for
Yeah.
4000.
It should be able to. Just bring an ad slip with you this afternoon.
Yeah. Okay. What about this class? The other class, like Monday, Wednesday. Is it possible? Or?
It should be. I mean,
So can you sign now, or I have to come later?
no, here.
What about 4000?
Mm-hmm.
Can you sign both of them?
Huh?
Well, okay, 4000 management 4000.
Yeah.
This one management. Okay, thank you.
No
What
problem.
about the small business?
Oh, you have to add this
Yes.
too?
No, the other one, not the Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The Monday, Wednesday. For the small business.
Oh, okay. The evening one.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Who's next?
Can I do an evening?
Huh?
Can I do swap in the evening?
Yes, as long as there's enough space. Come tonight.
All right.
Come tonight and bring the drop ad slip.
Thank you.
I came a little bit late for the email.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay.
Hi, Jeremy.
Hi.
I'm Open University student.
Uh-huh.
And I need to see
Yep.
sure about if you have some sit or yeah.
No problem.
No problem. Thank you.
No problem. I think that was his.
Yeah.
Okay, you too. Hey,
Leslie, I'm the one auditing.
Leslie, cool.
Yes. So,
Welcome.
paperwork for you.
Okay.
And if you have a second, I was trying to figure out what parts of the syllabus I would be responsible for and which ones, because I was kind of looking that up, and I know at least for exams, I'm not supposed to take them.
Okay.
So, but I was unsure about.
You're my first audit
Okay.
student, so where do I sign?
There should be one that
Instructor's
says- yeah,
signature.
mhm.
Yeah. I mean,
I-
do you even get a grade if you're auditing?
No, basically the way that you would provide it is that if I, so at minimum when I have audited classes, it's been, show up to class and you'll get a grade of an AU. So it's just show up,
Okay, yeah.
do your thing. Okay, so I wasn't quite sure about the project, which definitely seems a little overwhelming, especially since I've never taken any sort of business class before. So,
In order for you to get the most out of this class, I'd like
That's
to
what I was
assign you. I
thinking.
want to assign you to a project group, but
Okay.
you
One
know,
of the
your,
other-
your contribution is sort of at will.
right. One of the things that when I was reading the syllabus over the weekend is, so I work at a small business in town. We're in the process of expanding, but the project that we're expanding on is not going to be released to the public until mid-February. And one of the things I was interested in is kind of shadowing that at my job. Not for, I'd go to my boss and basically say, whatever you want to put me on as all of this stuff is kind of coming in. I would like to observe, and I'm sure he'd be stoked on me saying, it's for a class, so you don't have to pay me. But that was kind of one of the things that I was thinking about.
Okay.
But I'm kind of flexible on.
No, that sounds good.
Okay.
What's the business?
So I work at a substance use disorder facility, so we're an intensive outpatient and we're expanding.
Okay.
So that was one of the things too that I was like, oh, this would be great if I do the project, but I don't know how my boss would feel about bringing students in on a project that the public is not supposed to know about.
Ask him or her.
Okay.
I think it'd be great, and they can all sign non-disclosure agreements. I have a form for that.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking too that you were saying by the third week, and my assumption is that by the time we really start
You may be
on the
releasing it
project,
to the public anyway by then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We're thinking about the 15th of February would be our release date. So, okay, I go into work later today, so I will touch base with him.
Sounds good. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, we're growing. There's only 6 of us right now, so it's kind of nice to watch all of this happen.